Okay, for this week's subscriber shout out Saturday. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I said I was doing 3 because I'm running low on names. I have not found too many new channels, and there are some that I found that I have to write down. But I got 3 going. Got a new hat for this one. Got a few comments on the Amish hat from the one that I did. I don't remember. That wasn't the last one I did, was it? I don't think so. But I got a new hat. I bought this hat today. I seen it at TSC, and I tried it on just to try it on, and it felt nice, and it looked good. So I said, you know what, I'm going to buy this hat. So I bought this hat. But we'll do the shout-outs, and then after the shout-outs, we'll do updates on some things, so that way it's a little bit longer of a video, and it counts as a weekly update for stuff that I've got done and stuff that's changed. So let's get her going. All right, first we have Denny's Country Life, and he is a subscriber, and I forget his name. He knows my name, but I forget his name, and I learned it in a live stream, and it's slipped my mind. There's a couple other channels that are that way too, that has just subscribed to me, and I've been following in live streams, and I forget their names, so I'm sorry that I forget your name. But Denny's Country Life is up Washington area, I believe. He has a small farm, and he does some fab work. When I first caught on to his channel, he had some horses, and I don't know if he has horses anymore or not. I know he's got some cattle. He started off with, I believe it was a 1715 Ford. It was the same tractor my grandpa had. Same model, very much same tractor, and he had an International baler. I think it was a 46, which I had, 46 International, and I commented on his videos, giving him a little info about the tractor, because the 1715 Ford that my grandpa had and the same tractor that he had was the industrial model. The roll bars come down and go between the fenders in the seat and mount to the axle, and it has an industrial style drawbar on it, which, for those of you that haven't had the pleasure to deal with one of those, is a pain to hook a regular style farm implement to, because the drawbar is at the industrial drawbar is at an angle. It is designed for a pintle ring to go in, so you can't just run a pin through it, and it would basically act almost like a hammer strap type system. And my grandpa and me made a piece to go in there to adapt it, and it took a little bit of fabrication, and I believe he made one of those as well. And then he ended up selling that tractor, which I hated to see that tractor go, because those are good little tractors. And my grandpa sold his to buy the Kubota that he has, and I had the opportunity to buy that tractor, and I should have. They're a really good little tractor. They don't have live PTO or nothing, but anyways, I'm going on a long tangent about these tractors here when I should be going on about his channel here. But anyways, then he had a David Brown tractor. He traded both of them off. He got a nice little Kubota tractor, traded that off, and now he's at a New Holland. And I can't say that I've watched too many of his new ones since he got his New Holland. I mainly see him on Instagram, so I got to catch up on his channel. But he made, for the fab, he made a bale accumulator for the front of his tractor. He's made some other stuff. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I got to catch up on his stuff. I know he's pretty active watching my stuff because he comments all the time. I guess I'm not a very good subscriber. Anyway, that's Denny's Country Life. Next we have Farmall 51. He's up to like 8,000 subscribers or something, I think. But he's in North Carolina, and as his name states, he is into Farmall tractors. He's got a lot, well, he doesn't have a lot of Farmall tractors. He's got 2 140s. He's got one that's like the last known serial number, or the second to last known serial number, and then there's another one that's got some special significance to it. I can't think of what it is. And he's got a couple, he's got a C and a Super C, I believe, and a couple others mixed in there. He goes to tractor shows and just does a lot of stuff with the Farmalls. So if you're a Farmall fanatic, hint hint, or just a Farmall lover in general, check his channel out. And it's pretty good for, you know, if you're into Farmall tractors. If you're a John Deere fan, don't go check it out, unless you like Farmalls too. Next and last for this week, we have Diggin' OK. Now, I stumbled on his channel through Jay Paydirt. I think Jeff gave him a shout out or something, I don't remember, but he's somewhere around 1,000 subscribers. They were talking about something in the comments, and I went and checked it out. But he does construction out in Oklahoma, I want to say, because it's okay. And what he has a backhoe. He has an old single axle Kenworth W900A model, I believe, that he pulls his backhoe around with. And he does a lot of footers. Now, I was talking to him a little bit through the comments. The way they do work out there is a little bit different for the way we would do work around here. He goes out, he's basically a subcontractor. He gets called in to dig footers for these companies. All he does, from what I gathered, is he shows up with his backhoe and him, and they supply him with all the stone that he needs, a guy to check grade, anything he needs. All he does is show up with the backhoe and he digs footers. He says it's cheaper for them to hire him out to dig the footers than it is to do it themselves. The way we would do it at my company, if we were subbing out to have somebody dig the footers, they would have to bring their own grade checker, get their own stone. They would have to bid that as their part of the project. So it's a little different, but he's really good on the backhoe. He's got a 930 case that he pulled. He's got a little scraper for it, which is neat. He's got an old 51 model link belt crane. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But if you're into little small construction companies that's got older equipment, check him out. It's pretty interesting. He doesn't post too awful much. He's got some shop videos. He did overhead on his Cummins in his truck. Does a lot of work on trucks, brake changes on trailers, stuff like that. Maintenance along with the equipment and trucks and trailers and stuff of that nature. So that's it for Shout Out Saturday. Now we'll get into the update part. Alright, doing the update now. Okay, I think last week I touched on the seed drill. Keeping that. I got work to do to that. I've hit and missed on the Farmall Super C here. I recorded video of taking it apart and I don't like it. I didn't do it right. It's not going to turn out any good. I can't edit it to make it turn out any good. If I put it up, I feel like it would just be a waste of time and you guys would just skim through it anyways. I personally wouldn't want to watch it. So, I'm just going to give you guys an update on it. And we'll call it at that. There won't be any footage of taking it apart because it's already apart. And I'm not going to go through it. It's like an hour worth of footage. I just moved the phone around and I talked through most of it and it didn't turn out any good. So, with the Super C, I had a lady text me about my H that's for sale. She wants a tractor for a photo prop. And this tractor is stuck. The engine's stuck. And, you know, it needs a lot of work to restore it and whatnot. But this was my cousin's tractor. I got a deal I got to work out with them. And I told her that the H was too good. Because they only offered me a couple $100 for it. And I said and I could keep all the parts I wanted off of it. I said, well, that tractor's too good to do that with. You know, this tractor might be too good to do that with too. But it's stuck. They're not worth anything when they're stuck, really. I mean, $300-400 max, and that's like scrap price. So I figured it would be a good time to crack into it to see if I could get it unstuck. If I can get it unstuck and running, I'll probably keep it. If I can't get it unstuck and it's going to have a bunch of problems, or if I get it running and it's going to have a bunch of problems, then I'll get rid of it. I'll probably sell it to these people. But I would take the wheel weights off and the drawbar, and that's probably it. Maybe the lift arms and stuff, but So I decided it was time to take it apart. I took the head off, and I've been soaking it, heating it, doing all kinds of stuff trying to get it unstuck, and I'm not having any luck. I finally got oxygen for my torch, so I can try to heat the cylinders up really good instead of with that little propane torch, and try to break them free. So, I mean, they weren't rusted up bad. I mean, all they did was take a rag and wipe them out. They had like condensation. These two were the worst, like condensation type rust. So this one, as you can see, does not hold any fluid. So I'm assuming the rings are stuck on it. And I drained the oil. There was no water in the oil. So I mean, it shouldn't be bad. The C, it's over here. It used to sit over here. That's why I was kind of glancing over that way. The C, it sat in this barn for a long time, and it was actually stuck when we went to move it. Condensation built up. Stuff sitting on concrete floor builds condensation, for those of you that didn't know. It built up condensation in the engine. It was stuck. I mean, tried to turn it over with the starter. It wouldn't turn over. We drug it up and down the road. It wouldn't turn over. Put a pry bar on the flywheel. Hit it hard, and it flipped right over. This one, I've tried that. I can't do it. I've tried rocking it back and forth. I can't get it, so I'm going to try heating it up. If not, we'll move on and get a different Super C. I definitely want another Super C. I've always wanted the C and the Super C. And the reason with that being is we've had the C. Now that I've got an H and I'm going to keep the H, I want a Super H. Now that I have an M, I want a Super M. I want the whole collection. These tractors are cheap and they're easy to collect. So that's not a goal for any time soon. That's a lifetime goal. I mean, I want a big collection, you know. I'd like to have an MD, a Super MD, you know, all of them. All of them. You know, you can't have one, you got to have them all. So, F-150 still waiting. M's still waiting. That stuff's still waiting. I got to clean the shop up. It's a mess. It's got too many things going at once. It's getting cold out, so I'm not in the mood, really, to work on anything because working outside all day in the cold really drains your body. If you've never worked outside in the cold, it drains your body. So, and I work construction, so I'm outside. You come home, it's dark, you just kind of want to go to bed. So, that's that. I have a video coming out about some tools that, actually in that video it turned out to be a flop, and I'm still going to post it anyways because it's got good information in it. So, that'll be coming up. I'm making a new channel trailer just because. And that's pretty much it for shop updates. Let's go check out the steers. Oh, while I'm out here, and I'm not walking past it, but I'm going to be walking by it. There's a airplane getting ready to take off at the airport. Them two bright lights in the middle of the screen are the airplane, and then the rest of those is the runway. But while I'm here, and I don't think you guys can pick that up, but there's flashing, like a bright flash up in the sky. They light up the end of the runway when the planes are coming in. But in the back of the 350 here, I have sheet pile. Like pile you drive into the ground. These, they're two pieces. You see they're connected right here. This is a lock. And these are cut-offs. These were 50 foot long. We left them in the ground, and I got the top 7.5 feet. I had a couple I was going to keep, but the boss threw them away. There was one that was a brand new set that was longer than 8 foot. But I got these because they're, I think they're a 1/2 inch. Maybe they're a little bit bigger than a 1/2 inch. But from here to right there is like 1.5 feet. And I'm going to use that to make a bumper for the back of the Chevy, where I can put a pintle hitch and stuff on there. So I got that. That's been in the truck for a while. I can't just unload that because my excavator's not here. But I have this over here. If you guys can see it. I know it's dark, I'm sorry. But this is a feeder wagon. he'd put silage in it or hay or whatever, and the cattle would eat off of it. But this was part of that farm cleanup deal that I'm still working out details with him about how he's going to pay me and stuff, because he's where I'm getting my hay from for the steers, and he's got scrap and stuff, and he's offered to let me raise cattle out there, and we got a lot of talk about that, so I won't talk any more on that. But I got the trailer hooked up to the F350 here. I'm purchasing something. I'm not buying something, as Jeff Raymond would say. He's purchasing something. And I know it may be a little crappy for me to tease you guys, but they do it on sitcoms all the time. TV shows, you gotta have the teaser. So, yeah, I might as well just leave the camera on while I walk up here to the steer barn. I gotta get used to not calling it the goat barn, because it's been the goat barn for the last 5 years or whatever. But it's like 45 degrees out, so I got the door open and the curtain open. It's actually colder in the barn than it is out here. We'll just give you a quick update on these because they haven't grown much since Tuesday. Oh, this door handle only works if you go. Oh, we got a talker. Oh man, there's more cows in here. What? Did they multiply? Check this out. They got the feeder tipped up. What's wrong with you, cow? Just being a weirdo? There ain't something's wrong with that. I don't know if he's just a little sore from laying down or what. No, he's favoring that foot. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. But we got 3 new cows. Right here they are. I bought them today, actually. I got back from the sale not too long ago, and I got them dirt cheap. And you're saying, well, yeah, you got them dirt cheap. Look at that one walk. He actually wasn't walking that way earlier today. I watched him walk around. He was fine. We banded him, so I don't know if he's walking funny because we banded him or not. He wasn't favoring that foot either when we got him off the trailer. I mean, he was walking funny in the rear end just because he was banded. But he was doing this weird thing with his front feet. He was, walking them back and forth like they were asleep. Yeah, he's favoring that foot for some reason. But I bought him, and him. That's a Swiss cross. The best we can figure, it's definitely a Swiss. And you can see his eyes. But he's friendly, he's the talker. None of these other ones talk. This one's got, he's a Holstein crossed with something because you can see the brown in his legs. Not sure, and this one's Holstein, but man. Does your foot hurt? Looks kind of swollen actually. Maybe not. I'll have to check him out off camera. Because he wasn't walking like that earlier. And they had a 2-hour ride in the trailer. So when he got out of the trailer, he was walking just kind of weird. But like I said, we banded him while they were in the trailer, so I haven't got to watch him walk. But he definitely wasn't doing that earlier. But I'm going to tell you what I paid for him. These are started calves. They sold them with the bottle calves. Bottle calves sell by the head. Okay, not by the weight. The other 2 that I bought was from the same sale just a couple weeks ago. They sold by the weight. Okay, now they're all about the same weight. They're all about the same size. I paid right around, what was it, $400 for them 2 over there. About $200 a piece. One was 120 pounds, one was 150 pounds. I paid $1.20 and $1.35, I think it was. Okay, so I paid $45 for that one. By the head. I paid $50 for that one by the head. I paid $55 for that one by the head. Total, I have $150 in 3 calves. I don't think that's a bad deal considering they're started calves. At this sale, bottle calves, we're bringing around $40 a piece. You know, bad ones we're bringing $20 a piece. At Mount Hope, which is a big sale in Amish country, they have a lot of bottle calves. The top 50 Holstein calves we're bringing right at $50 a piece. Okay, you got to stick milk replacer in them for the next, you know, month or two. These, I don't got to stick any milk in. Milk's not cheap. It's $60 a bag, and they go through a bag pretty quick, especially if you got 3 of them. So I think, you know, right at $50 a piece is what it figures up to. You know, that's a good deal. They may need a little TLC. You know, they might have a cough or two. These ones, I mean, they've coughed, but they've had they haven't coughed any more than the other ones. But this one wasn't acting this way. So, I mean, he was doing. I don't know if you've seen him. See how he'll take his feet, his front feet, and just knead them back and forth like that. So I don't know if he's in some kind of pain. That's I mean, I'm gonna have to watch him. They're new. Like I said, I just got them today. But I think they're a good deal. $150 for 3 calves. Yeah, I know I wanted all colored calves, but I couldn't pass this deal up. I thought it was good. They actually, the first bid on them was $10. So, which was amazing. There was a shorthorn crossed heifer calf. Beautiful heifer calf. She was 285 pounds. She kind of looked like my black calves out here in the build. She was stocky, but, you know, short, stocky, and built. She was quick on her feet. She was a good-looking calf. So for $213, that was 75 cents a pound. And I should have bought her, but I didn't want to put a heifer in with all these steers. So, now, see, he's coughing. But he's eating hay. So, I was going to give them all shots, but I didn't. I'm just going to wait and see if they continue to cough, if they start to cough. So, definitely got to keep an eye on this guy. He's walking funny. See how he's kneading right there? He's not doing it so much anymore as he did when he first got out of the trailer. But he's favoring that foot. That he wasn't doing that earlier. He started walking funny after we banded him. So we'll see what tomorrow brings with him. See how it goes. I mean, I had $55 in him. I bought some Jersey calf bottle babies a few years ago. I paid $50 a piece for them. They were newborns. And I ended up putting both of them in the ground after a couple weeks. And a bag of milk replacer. So, what I'm getting at is if he goes down, it ain't going to be the biggest loss I've ever had. So, anyways, that's going to do it for the update and the shout out Saturday. So, we'll catch you guys later. There, I finally caught him doing it. That weird foot thing. I just wonder if he's not bloated a little bit. He looks bloated, and I wonder if he's doing that to try to relieve pressure, and if he's got a pinched nerve, and why he's walking funny. I bought some of this after my first bloat incident with the other two. So I think I'm going to give him this. I got to give him half a bottle. So I think I'm going to dump some of this down his throat and see if it helps. I got mineral oil too, but I left that in Casey's truck. So that ain't going to do me no good right now, but I'll give him some of this bloat treatment. And hopefully tomorrow when I come out here, he's doesn't look as bloated. because he looks a little firm. And I was up poking on him, and he feels a little firm. So I think he's got a little bloat, and it's probably why he looks uncomfortable. So I'll do that. We'll catch you guys on the next one.